Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm really excited because today we should be sorting out the Bogan 32. Woo woo! Oh, hi Daiki, how you doing? So the Bogan or Redneck R32 Skyline has a single cam RB20E in it. It's probably the cheapest, most undesirable RB engine of the lot. I'm stupid enough to turbo it and see what we can actually make out of it. Now the biggest issue is the single cam. The cam profile of that cam from the factory is terrible. It falls on its face past like 5,000 RPM and has a ton of overlapping. What that overlapping is doing is it's sending boost straight from the intake side of the engine, straight through the combustion chambers into the exhaust manifold and building a ton of back pressure, preventing the thing from being able to flow and rev past certain RPM limits. Now we did increase the rear turbine housing size, which did let us rev it out more, but it's still really inefficient and not good. The way to solve the issue is a proper camshaft. We also had to upgrade the springs, if you remember, from the factory. The stock springs suck, they're known to break and they're really weak, and we want to increase that limit for valve flow so that we have no issues. So if that's been done and all we got to do is the camshaft, why can't we just order an aftermarket camshaft from down the road at Tomei or anywhere else? Well, back to my first point, I'm stupid enough to be the only person who really wants to mess around with this. There are a few people in New Zealand that do, and what we've been able to figure out is this head is the same casting as the RB30 casting, which means a lot of the RB30 single cam head stuff literally just bolts straight on. In fact, the exhaust manifold and a ton of other stuff like the valve springs are all for the RB30. And that doesn't end there. When it comes to the camshaft, whew, the boys at Kelford have been watching the videos and they came through. Oh my gosh, I'm so hyped. Look, they know I like hats. I love that. So cool to be working with some New Zealand brothers. We'll put that over there. I'll sort that out later and make it fit my big head. Oh, this is great. We got like a build list pad. Daiki's gonna love this. Today's list, finished project cars. Anyways, that aside, let's get this big boy cam out there. So this is one of their cams for an RB30 single cam head. And when I was talking to the guys at Kelford and we were talking about the overlapping issues, this was pretty much the best solution to my problem. Oh, it feels so weird only having one cam for this. Looks like they gave us some lube too. Love that. And here's the information. So this is for an RB30. Shh. Don't tell them. This is pretty aggressive. Intake is 284 and exhaust is 292. Yeah. She's gonna sound great after this cam goes in, I think. I'm excited. Let's get this thing unwrapped and have a look at this goodness. That's a nice shaft you have there, Daiki.
Nice shaft?
Shaft.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, nice shaft.
Stop it. Get some help.
But here's my biggest issue today. If we have to take the cam out of the head, it's one big long cam. I have to somehow get the engine either tilted so I can pull it out, or I gotta take the head off, or drop the whole engine. So, yeah, I think we're gonna take the radiator out. I don't think, like this has to come dead straight out, so I think it's gonna hit the bonnet latch here. Does that bolt off? If that bolts off, that's what I'll do. If that will clear, we'll just bolt the whole bonnet latch off, and that way we can just pull the cam straight out like this. I didn't even think of this when I ordered it, because I'm just so used to, you know, cams plopping in the top of the head. But yeah, we're gonna have to take everything off today. The entire valve cover has to come off. Radiator's gonna have to come out. Intercooler piping off, just so we can do a cam. Before we pull this all apart and change the cam, I'm gonna start it up and let you guys listen to it. We'll wait for idle to come on. Look at that. It's trying its best, guys. This is what it sounds like right now. Let's see what it's gonna be like with the cam. have no words because I'm just so like dumbfounded by how ridiculous it is to change the cam on this. Now, obviously LSs and I think V6s are the same, but like I literally have to take out the whole core support center piece here so I can get this camshaft out. Slide this out of the way while we pull this cam out. This is ridiculous. And it's dripping oil everywhere. I put my favorite H gas oil in. Hey, Hugo. What's up? I put my favorite H gas oil in and it just sticks to everything. It's amazing. Anyways, giving birth to camshaft from RB. Woohoo! It slides just under the core support. Okay, now I appreciate Nissan engineers because this is literally like a centimeter difference. There was actually a millimeter difference between this front cap and that. Look at this thing. It's like perfect. It's like they knew that they needed to take a cam out this way. It's like giving birth to it.
What? Giving birth?
Yeah, to a huge shaft. Woo! She's out!
Is it longer than Hugo?
Yeah, Hugo's not as tall as this camshaft. Your children peak when they're as tall as an RB20 or RB30E camshaft. Look at this. This is so ridiculous. I gotta figure out how to bust this seal off because I need this end cap. Damn, this is a big, this cam is so different. Just looking at it. This is gonna sound choppy, I bet. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. Watch me put this in and get the timing all wrong and take like 6 weeks to figure that out. Got our new cam seal installed and our front little plate thing. Gonna lube this thing up.
Ooh, oh, oh.
What? You've seen me do this before.
Two.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, just get it all over
Look at
this.
Daiki's face.
You okay, Daiki?
Yeah.
Yeah? Now it's time to slide her in. It's so weird. Like, I mean, I know it's not weird. I know like so many other cars use this system. I'm just not used to it, and it's just weird because it's in my head. It's like this is an RB, and you're sliding a camshaft in like this. That looks so bad. Hey Daiki, let me give you a hug. You want a hug? Hang on, this needs to go just a little bit more into the back one. We gotta line her up. Oh, there we go, there we go. She's lining up. Oh, she's in. Yeah, thanks. And just like that, everything is now back together and we are ready to crank this thing. Timing and all of that was pretty straightforward. I just kind of followed what I found online for the RB30 because there's nothing on the 20E. But I'm just a bit worried if I'm like a tooth off or something with the cam angle sensor. So what I'm gonna do is we'll see if it'll start. If it starts, I'll reset the timing and just recalibrate that on the ECU, but we should be okay. I think so. The only thing we got to do now is finish topping up the coolant, but let's see if she'll run. Obviously we turned this over by hand. We didn't hear any bad noises, so she should be okay as long as the timing's okay. The timing is not okay. Timing is definitely not okay.
Watch me put this in and get the timing all wrong and take like 6 weeks to figure that out.
A bunch of time has just passed and the timing was in fact off. Going by the book that I had from Nissan, it said 48 grooves or teeth all the way up to the marking on the cam, but when I would put it at TDC on the crank, I could see that the cam wasn't going like straight up and down with the engine. It was like a little bit this way. So it was about a tooth off. So what I did was I dug through a bunch of other articles and stuff, and I found that on an RB31, it said that when you start your counting, start from 0. So what I did was I counted from 0, which actually, so pretty much it's 49 teeth instead of 48. That's the long story short. We got the timing correct. Then my plugs were fouled because of all the cranking and stuff, so I had to pull them all out and clean them, but I think we're good now. So much responsive. Oh! Hey! The question we want to know though is, can we get to 8,000 RPM? Yo, we did it! No way! Hang on, let's make this 8,200. Yo, I think it's doing it. Yo, we are. Oh my gosh, it's actually working. It's the cam the whole time. All right, we cleared this, so this will tell us our max RPM we're reaching. 8,000. That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna set the rev limiter. I feel like we should just let it chill at, you know, 7,800, just to be on the safe side, you know? We'll let it chill there. That's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so responsive. I can't get over this. It's idling so much better. It's like actually insane. Just like the transient lag is so different. It's so much better. Oh my gosh. Listen to how cam this sounds. It sounds so good. Oh my gosh. I am so mind blown at the difference that this cam has made. Like, night and day. How cool it sounds aside, just efficiency wise. I'm trying to wrap my head around why, but with this cam, I had to take like 30% of fueling out everywhere, and now it's on money. Like, AFRs are great. Doesn't make any sense. I was thinking maybe it was because like the cam's letting more air in and stuff, but if there was more air compared to the same amount of fuel, wouldn't that mean it's leaner? I don't know. I'm really, I don't even want to think about it, but regardless, the car sounds great. It sounds amazing, and pretty much from here on, we're now ready for the dyno. I am so mind blown at how much of a difference this cam has made and just how good it sounds as well. Before we do go to the dyno, I do want to go back to the smaller rear housing, and I want to test and see if we can rev up with that now. Because the biggest issue with why we couldn't rev was purely because the old cam had a ton of overlap, and that was letting boost come from the turbo back into the exhaust, and that was causing like massive back pressure. If we can run the smaller housing, that'll make this thing way more responsive, and we can use the exhaust we have fabbed up. But worst case scenario, if we do have a bit of a back pressure issue with the smaller housing, we can use the HKS 8.1 that's on there now, because I do have the proprietary, I don't know. HKS makes their own version of V-bands, and they do not work with anything else. So you had to buy this. This was like $100 just for this in case we need it. So anyways, it does look very nice though, so that's kind of cool. I think it's somewhat safe to say the Bogan 32 sounds like a real Skyline now. Holy crap. I can't get over just the note difference in the exhaust. I know it's straight pipe, but damn, I cannot wait to hear this like out the back with a muffler. It's gonna sound so good, and then full song. And I got my limiter that I'm using on my FD car. I've got that on there in the Link ECU. So that's gonna sound pretty cool, I think. Now that we've got the Bogan 32 pretty much running mint, the next thing for that is dyno really. But what I'm trying to do is touch up the interior. And I managed to find one of these on Yahoo Auctions. It was actually in really good condition, had a couple screw holes on there, but it was like painted in this weird camouflage color. So I gave this a fresh coat of paint. I've installed a carbon fiber like piece there, and I'm actually going to be putting a carbon fiber piece over where the cigarette lighter ashtray thing used to go to, because for some reason these are $700 just for the ashtray now. But what I'm also going to be doing is integrating a Bluetooth amplifier to it. Now you can pick these up for like anywhere from $10 to $15 on like AliExpress, and they have different wattage ratings. This one is rated at 100 watts. And it just gives you 3 simple knobs on the front the front of it, which is, you know, treble, bass, and power/volume is the one knob. So I'm going to install this into there so we can at least have 2 of the front speakers running, and I think it'll be really cool. I think it's 100 watts, but it's 50 split on each channel, which is left and right. So it should be 50 watt each, and it should be pretty decent, like just for a little bit of music. If you're hanging out in the car at EBC or anything like that and you want a little bit, and it's Bluetooth, and all you have is a couple knobs, and I think it's gonna look really good. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'll let you guys know. But you can also have auxiliary input here as well as Bluetooth. So I think it'll be kind of like a cool little thing to add, and it was 15 bucks, so perfect. This definitely seems to be a habit of mine now, but this is a missile. We have full Bluetooth audio. This amp is actually really good, super impressed. We definitely could have cut this better and like glued this piece in, but I didn't feel like sitting there for hours trying to get the cut perfect. I think this is more than enough. Once again, it's a missile, but how good does the center console look now? Full actual piece in here that's not broken. We got the Yashio factory shift knob. It looks great. I think that looks awesome, clean and amazing. The best thing is, it's pretty much the wiring behind there. I just connected it to all the stereo stuff, and there was already an adapter in there, so I just kind of used that, and it works great. Seriously, like, let me just give you guys a little teaser. Hopefully we don't get copy striked, but it works really, really well. Yes, crab rave, old habits never die. But that aside, I'm pretty impressed with this. And if you guys actually want to get one of these, just search like 12 volt, or I think this will actually do 12 or 24. And it's just a 100 watt 2-channel Bluetooth amplifier. And you find them all over AliExpress. Maybe even Wish has them, I don't know. But that's all I used for this, and I think it's great. I definitely wish I had some kind of better, like a sticker here, but I just cut that off the thing that was meant to go on top of the thing behind it, and I just stuck that there so that we know that this is volume, that's bass, and that's treble. To be completely honest as well, like with these speakers, they sound pretty good. And obviously being that this is gonna be a track-only car / a missile, generally those cars never have audio, so to have anything at all is freaking sick. Well guys, we're gonna wrap up today's video here. I'm so glad that saga with the Bogan 32 not revving is finally solved. Cannot wait to take that thing to the dyno and make some power. Put your guesses down in the comment section. Let me know, how much power do you think this is gonna make? I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm hoping for about 300. If we can make 300 out of that thing and it be reliable and it not die, that's really good news. This engine's probably gonna go from a $50 engine to something like more around the $500 area probably. But that aside, I had a lot of fun figuring this out. The research and development that we've been doing on this has been a lot of fun. Yeah, if you are wondering, you can put RB30 cams in your 20E. Everything's the same. The only thing I recommend is upgrade your valve springs. You can get a drop-in like set for just a couple $100. You don't have to change retainers or clips or anything like that too. So anyways, guys, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, tell me how much power do you think this thing's gonna make in the comment section, because the next video on this car will be at the dyno. And I know I'm excited about that, and I hope you guys are as well. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Stop it. Get some help.